Good morning, YouTubers. Actually, it's afternoon, it's just turned midday, and I'm out for my next marathon training session. As you can see, I'm walking. I'm doing a brisk walk because a couple of people have pointed out that I shouldn't go mad and take it easy in order to avoid injury or burnout. It's important to follow a training plan. So I now have a training plan. I have the London Marathon training plan, and it's 16 weeks. I can't imagine that I'd ever be ready for a marathon in 16 weeks, even if I follow this training plan, but it clearly works. However, I've got longer than 16 weeks, so I can afford to take this a bit slower. So today I'm doing the second training day of the first week. So the first day was a 30-minute walk, which I have already done this week. I did that, what day is it today? Thursday. I did that Tuesday. I did a half an hour walk, which would count as that. I'm not going to be able to stick to the rigid days that they specified, but it's a plan. So it's got, I think, about 3 training days a week, and in the first few weeks there's walks involved as well, just to get you on your feet a bit longer. Now, I'm okay with walking. I do a lot of walking. I do multi-day hikes so I'm good. I'm all good at that, but because I'm not a runner, it's probably a good idea to do this one. So today's training session is a 10-minute brisk walk, and then a 20-minute run, and then a 10-minute brisk walk. Now, my watch, my stupid watch here, that I have to dive in the back of my car in the dark to even set out, doesn't really work properly, and it's not going to tell me what I need to tell me. I need to get a new one, really, as I get into it. So I know that if I come to the lake, if I park 10 minutes away, walk the 10 minutes to the lake, run around the lake. Now, the other day that I did this, it took me 40 something minutes to do it twice. So I know around the lake is going to be about 20 minutes, and walking to and from the car is about 10 minutes. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And then that will be my training for today. And then go home, have something to eat. And then I've got a Zumba session later. So that's kind of double cardio today. So I tried to get my nutrition right, because last week, as you remember, I only had a banana and I burnt out. So today I ate a proper breakfast, but then I just felt really full. So I still feel, and that was 2.5 hours ago, and I still feel really full and uncomfortable. So probably ate maybe a little bit too much. But when I said to my husband I'd eaten a little bit too much, he said, "Oh, does that mean you just added another scoopful of seeds onto your something, whatever I was having?" Funny. Right, I've got a car coming. I'm going to cross over, because this is the start of the lake run. So here we go, and we'll check in a little bit later to see how I'm doing. Right. I don't know how long I'm going. Maybe 5 minutes. I'm on my 3rd song track, but one had already started. So this one's got a bit of a slower beat, so I'm trying to slow down a bit. One day this is going to feel so easy, but right now it feels so hard. So we're on the road section. I'm going round the other way today, just to mix it up a bit. It's certainly easier to run on road than it is to run on gravel and grass. So today's training plan was 10-minute brisk walk, 20-minute easy run. What the hell is easy about this? This is not easy. 20-minute easy run. What even is that? Well, I think we're coming up to where I started. So that's my 1 lap. And then I just got to run up to the road and walk back to the car from there. So It's got to get easier. It will get easier. Kind of glad I'm not going round again. But as I say, I got Zumba later, so I'll be doing a bit more leg workout. I can't even see the road from here. But you can see how hard this is to run on shale, gravel, whatever you want to call it. Last push. Come on. Last push. The road's got me round this corner. Gotta be. Let's see. Let's see if I can go a bit faster. Not really. Ooh. Nearly fell over. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh. So I don't know how long that was. I'm hoping it was about 20 minutes. Whew. I'm recovering on the 10-minute brisk walk back, and it's actually harder than I thought to briskly walk uphill after a run whilst trying to get your breath back. I'm trying to drink water from this. I have to get the technique. That wasn't so bad. But it's quite difficult to swallow when you're running. In fact, it's quite difficult to do anything when you're running. Breathing, running, drinking, talking, holding a camera, navigating the gravel, trying not to twist your ankle. I'm listening to Proud Mary, good old Tina. So I need to try and match the beat of the music. Get yourself up this hill. Whew. Rolling. I won't subject you to my singing. Maybe I will. Oh dear. So I think I've recovered. A little bit breathless still, but quicker than I thought. Last training run that I did, which was the 5k, I always get really sweaty and really red when I run or do any exercise at all, even when I'm fast walking. But I stayed red and flushed all day, and I mean all day. I never even recovered that regulation of my heat. Whether that's got something to do with the menopause or not, I have no idea. But I stayed really flushed all day, like I'd just literally been for a run. So hopefully, if I'm building this up slower, I'll become a little bit more acclimatised. And of course, I'm going to be training through the heat of the summer here as well. So I'm going to have to make my training runs first thing, maybe 7 in the morning, which means I can't really eat beforehand or in the evenings, but I'm not good at training in the evenings. We'll have to see how that goes. Maybe I just have to get up at 5, eat, and then run. Who knows? We'll see. One step at a time. Okay, almost back at the car now. So let's see how long it takes for this red flush to go today. Thanks for coming, and if you like my content, please subscribe and give me a like. See you later. See you on the next one.